Welcome to Slamdown podcast and another Impact Wrestling review. After this, probably about 10 o'clock, we'll be covering the... God, my memory's gone blank. The WWE Night of Champions. But first, on this one, we're going to be covering everything TNA. So, to start off with, I'm going to give a rundown of the Impact Wrestling results, and then we'll dig into who's coming to TNA, the rumours, and everything else. So we're going to cover the Impact Wrestling results from September 22nd, and it was recorded in Orlando, Florida. Quickly thing, I'm just going to quick go off. The reason we do this show on a Monday, because for us UK fans, we get TNA on a Sunday. So that's why I have to do this show on the Monday, because otherwise I won't be able to do one because I won't be able to see the show. So to start off everything, we had the Grand Championship tournament with Drew Galloway's versus Eddie Edwards. I'm starting to like this Grand Championship idea. I'm quite liking it that it's something different and unusual. It's something we haven't seen before. You know, they're flipping everything on its head. You know, I've mentioned this before where I was 50-50 on it, but I am starting to like it the more I see it. And I like that it's the one championship and they're not doing all the matches like that. Because if there's all the matches like that, I'd get bored of it quick. But I like the title idea because it's better than what they've previously done. Because to be frank, what they've previously done in the past has been appalling. You know, we've had it was called a Legends title. Why was it a Legends title? Because it wasn't all Legends that hold the title. Then it went to TV title. Okay, a mid-TV title, WCW did it. But that didn't go well. And then the title came back as King of the Mountain, and I was like, Jesus. So, is this title only can be defended in King of the Mountain matches? You know, where are you going with this? And which we saw it wasn't, because they had it in any kind of match. But for them to change it and called it the Grand Championship, which I'm not too keen on the name. I will be honest, I'm not too keen on the name Grand Championship. You know, to me it's like the WWE calling a title a universe. Oh, hang on a minute, WWE did do that. Okay. But for me, I think they could have come up with a better name. But I like the way they're doing it, where you have the judges, you have the 3 rounds. It's different. It's, you know, it's unusual, and we're starting to see TNA starting doing things that are unusual and different. You know, hopefully it should make TNA stand out again. You know, I still would like them to do a lot more work on the X Division, because hell, the X Division needs a hell of a lot of work. I think the tag team division's a bit lazy, to be honest. I would like to see more competitors in it. I'd like to see more teams. But, you know, we don't know what the financial strengths of the company are, what their money's like. But to be honest, if they're bringing in Cody Rhodes, so they've got to have money behind them to be able to do that, to be able to bring these talents in. So, to me personally, I think they need to bring some people back. I think people like the Machine Guns, who TNA made, because, you know, they were 2 single competitors, sort of unknown low cards to start off with. And this is going right back 2000, I think it's 2005, maybe even 2004. But anyway, they put them 2 together. They built, you know, they made a great team together. So I think them coming back would help. I've always said this, Kaz and Christopher Daniels should have never been released, should have never been let go of TNA, because they bring that entertainment. So, but I don't want to dwell on too much on what they could do better to improve the product. I want to get more into, you know, about the results. So anyway, with them 2 starting off the match, I liked that it was quite an even contest. You know, they didn't bury Eddie Edwards and they didn't bury Drew. They kept it quite even till right at the end. It was I'll tell you, I'm starting to see Eddie Edwards in a new light. It's like I don't know if I want to see the Wolves back together. Yes, I love the Wolves of a team, but on his own, Eddie Edwards is doing phenomenally. But we saw Drew Galloway get the win at the last minute and went through, which will lead for Bound for Glory, where we will see Aaron Rex taking... Oh, forget I said about Aaron Rex. Spoiler alert. We're going to see Drew Galloway take on the next winner of the next match. I don't know if I'm too keen of them dropping Drew down to the Grand Championship. I think he should still be going for the world title, but you never know what's happening in the future. We had Aaron Rex taking on Eli Drake. Now, the promos, the quote from the promos them two had against each other when Aaron Rex said, "You look like a Chippendale and a midget had a baby." Now, that was brilliant for me. There was a very back and fro with the promos, and I just think it really showed how good Aaron Rex is on the mic. And I absolutely love Eli Drake. I think he's phenomenal on the mic. But yeah, the winner of that match was Aaron Rex, won the semi-final match of the Grand Championship, and will face Drew Galloway Bound for Glory. Now, I'm really looking forward to this match because people who haven't been watching, before this show previously, they had Aaron Rex was a referee for Drew Galloway against EC3, and EC3 run that, and then Drew attacked Aaron Rex, and it's been building up. So now these two will face off at Bound for Glory. We saw backstage that Vanguard 1 was watching Decay and then projected an image of Senor Benjamin at Decay with basically him laughing. And then we saw a second video package airs with the signing of former WWE star Cody Rhodes, who's only referenced to as Cody. Now, I don't know how true this is, but it's going around that they only can call him Cody because of the copyright with the WWE. Apparently, WWE have got the copyright to the name Cody Rhodes. But his wife is allowed to use it because she never used her name, Brandy Rhodes, in the WWE. But he can't use Rhodes. Now, I think the WWE, knowing what Cody's gone through with his father passing, they should allow him to use the Rhodes name because it's for him to honour his dad. That's why, the only reason Cody Rhodes left the WWE was because after his dad died, rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes, when his stepfather died, he wanted to go back to being Cody. He didn't want to have the Stardust gimmick, and he was very vocal about that. But the WWE basically said, no, you're Stardust, and told him he had to stay Stardust, which he didn't like. He wanted to be Cody, honour his dad, and he was held back from that. So that's why he was released, and now he's signed with TNA, but I don't know if he's got a special deal because he's in Ring of Honor as well. So I don't know if he can do Ring of Honor, TNA, New Japan. I don't know if they've got a thing where he's just got to turn up for the TNA tapings and then he can go elsewhere on non-taping or live event dates. We don't know. We haven't heard anything either way on what actually is happening with that. But I know a lot of people are sort of thinking, oh no, another TNA reject. One thing TNA does, and they've done this, because I'm going to drop some names now. Drew Galloway, Eli Drake, both you could count as WWE rejects, but look at them now. Drew McIntyre was put in poor gimmicks. He was put in a stupid stable 3-man band. He was a joke, and then he got released. Eli Drake was Shawn Ryder in NXT. He was in there for a little while and then got released. So TNA's took them, let Drew Galloway be Drew Galloway, and then helped Eli Drake. So I wouldn't count them as TNA rejects. TNA's remodeled them, fixed them up, and put them out. So I can't understand the negativity about Cody Rhodes. It's not like he's like an old WWE wrestler coming in. It's not like he's like an old veteran. When Kurt Angle came in, he wasn't that old when he came into TNA. So this is why I hate them when they're saying, "Oh, you're signing WWE wash off. Oh God, TNA's only for WWE rejects." Well, hang on. If TNA is a place for WWE rejects, then NXT is Impact Wrestling Retirement Home. So this is why I don't like marks. Because they have tunnel vision. They believe in one way and one way only. This is why I like proper wrestling fans like myself and others out there who can have a debate and can talk about things and not just go, "Oh no, signing next WWE." Oh, shut up. It just annoys the hell out of me. But to me, I'm going to say reserved on Cody Rhodes because we haven't seen him in the ring. We haven't seen the way he's going to play. But I think he's a good wrestler. I think he's got a good ability in the ring. I think he's been limited. So it'd be nice to see what happens. Next part was the Decay come out, cut a promo about the Great War set for Bound for Glory. Now, I still don't know if this is going to be at the Hardy compound or if they're going to have this at the Impact Zone. I'm just not sure on that. All we know at the minute is going to be the Great War. Mad Hardy interrupts, telling Decay that his existence is in a broken universe, that they must go battle for their sins, and Rebby Hardy wants Rosemary in the ring next week. So are we going to... So, it sounds like it's going to be for the tag team titles. It's going to be Jeff and Matt, well, Brother Nero and Matt, the broken Matt Hardy, against the Decay, and it looks like that Remy and Rosemary will have their own separate match, which I'm quite looking forward to. But what do you think is going to happen? I want you to get involved on our Twitter at Slamdown PC, and if you think the Hardys are going to win, put in delete. Or if you think Decay's going to win, tweet Decay. But don't forget to put at Slamdown PC, and so we can... Because what I'll do is I'll count them up, and when Bound for Glory comes up and I do the predictions, I'll sort of give what you fans think. After that, we had DJZ versus Trevor Lee. Now, I think they're holding Trevor Lee back a bit because Trevor Lee had such a big push. He was pushed as the X Division guy, and now it seems like they're dropping him down and pushing DJZ up. Now, TNA have always said they listen to their fans. To me, they're not. All you could hear in the Impact Zone was them going, "Mandrews. And TNA has not seemed to listen to the fans. The fans want Mandrews to be X Division champion. They want Mandrews to be at the top. And it sounds like the WWE, not the WWE, sorry, the T. I know that's the biggest insult. The TNA backroom staff are not listening to the fans. Mandrews is one hell of an athlete. He has the ability, and he reminds me a lot. He reminds me a little bit of an Amazing Red, with his flips and high risk maneuvers. I think the title should be on him. And I think they need to bring more X Division guys in. I want to see more high flyers because, to be honest, I saw the Cruiserweight division on Raw and it made me think, shit. They're going to be better than the TNA X Division. And I know people are going to disagree with me on that, but I'm sorry, they are. Their athleticism and their ability in the ring is at a higher standard now. TJ Perkins was brilliant in TNA and he got frustrated with the backroom staff. What they should have done, drop the mask, he comes down, flips the hood back and goes, "I am TJ Perkins." and I'm here to and really gone that way with him. Because I'm telling you now, if they did that, it would have been amazing. But no, they let him go, and now look at him. But you know, Billy Corgan's got more of a control in TNA now, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with the X Division, because there's a shake-up needs to happen. Yes, there's a few good athletes, but we need, you know, TNA's are better than this, a lot better. But DJZ got the win. Right, now it's this is the funniest one I've seen. Knockouts champion Maria taking on an unknown wrestler. She took on a mystery female wrestler to start off with. She won it. And then a ninja came down to the ring. You know, pretending it couldn't see, going all like that. And as Marie turned to Ali, and the ninja took off its mask, it was Gail Kim. Gail Kim attacked her. And it was brilliant. The way it was done, brilliantly. Now, going on to the main event. EC3 and Moose against Lashley and Mike Bennett. It was a good match. That's all I can really say at the minute. It was a good match. EC3 and Moose got the win, which I quite liked. I think they should. I'm hoping they have Lashley against Moose, because I want, Bound for Glory, I want Lashley to keep hold of the title, and then a title match between Lashley and Moose beat Lashley. That's the way I'd like to go. I don't think EC3 could beat Lashley. I don't think it'd be the right way to do it. But show rating, another 8 out of 10. There were some funny bits. The matches were good, but it's still not the TNA heyday. But hey ho, hopefully that might come in the future. Now, would I watch it again? No, I wouldn't watch it again, but I would say for people to watch it. Now, let's get some of these rumours. I think there is a very high possibility of Ryback joining TNA. Now, the problem with, if Ryback does join TNA, is the problem they've got with Lashley. Where they're such a big powerhouse, is who can beat them. That's going to be the problem. But I don't know. Ryback could be a good addition. I don't think we'll ever see Wade Barrett in TNA, because I think he's gone. I think he's doing movies and stuff now. But there's also a couple of rumours of TNA being up for sale. Now, Billy Corgan's got a lot more money than Dixie, so I could see Billy Corgan taking full control of Dixie. But what I could see happening is Billy Corgan taking full control and saying to Dixie, no, I want you to keep on at the back and everything else. But there's also been rumour that WWE is interested, but I don't believe it. I don't believe the WWE have put a bid in. I don't think the WWE need to put a bid in. But there's and the WWE buying TNA would be an awful decision, because all they do is they take a couple of the people under contract, release the others, and put all the past on the network. But I don't believe that is. But Dixie has only got 70% left. But they need to do something, because the problem is TNA are in trouble because they're not making money. They've got lower viewerships, and So this is why I think they need... If Billy Corgan takes over, he needs to bring someone who's got a wrestling brain and knows the business to help. He can't do it on his own. You know, you need someone who knows it. You know, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think Vince Russo. I think if Corgan takes over and goes to Russo, right, need you out. Let's get TNA back. So, you know, give it its identity. Let's push TNA up, because we do know them two do get on because they have been on a podcast together. So that's another possibility that could happen. We know James Storm is a free agent, which is annoying, because I like James Storm and I just don't think he's ever been used right. Another little thing I wanted to get off my chest is Borash has even confirmed that the WWE copied TNA's final deletion. So, you know, it looks like the WWE are watching TNA and trying to copy. But I think that's everything for this episode. What's the time now? I could say 10 o'clock, but then depends where you're from. It's all different time zones and stuff. In about 40 minutes, we'll be coming back on air, covering the Clash of Champions, covering everything on that pay-per-view. Don't forget, tweet us at Slamdown PC. Tweet us anything you want. Anything about TNA, WWE, your views, everything. And also go on the website, which is slamdown.co.uk, and also like our Facebook page, because sometimes I do Facebook predictions on live stream on Facebook. But this has been everything about Impact Wrestling. It's been Slamdown Podcast, and I will be on again later. Thanks to everyone for listening. See you soon.